is up, my Aquarius gang? It is your girl Kia, and we're back with another video. We're doing this shit like we never left. I'm feeling it all throughout my bones. Like, I feel like I need to keep on y'all's ass as well as my own and get these messages across swiftly is what I'm hearing. I do feel like somebody has this ability to move very quick. You're wanting things to, show up in a swift manner. You're just a person that's consistently on the go. You always have amazing things brewing. So you're just looking for that next opportunity that puts you in the next best position. I will say that many of you are, and it could be because retrograde is like, we're over retrograde and things are starting to align. But I feel like so many things show up for you as if you've already known, right? Like, you kind of already put it out there, like you knew what it was, you know what it is, you knew the truth about something, and you were right about it. You know what I mean? Like, you are, and it's crazy because you're rarely ever wrong, right? And it doesn't mean that you're not ever wrong, but it's rare. I feel like intuition speaks for itself, and a lot of you knew that a situation would turn out to be what it's turned out to be. I feel like many of you knew exactly what the motive was behind a person's actions. You have generosity showing up. So this tells me that things are moving in the right direction as far as accepting your gifts and receiving more, receiving better, having better, experiencing better. Like, you are going through, I have the Six of Pentacles, okay? Lots of money, change in career, change in paths in general, right? Like, you are changing your entire direction on what feels better to you in order to get from point A to Z. Not just B, not just C. Like, we're going through the entire motion. I really feel like a lot of you genuinely want to travel, and I think that traveling is going to be something that many Aquas experience, especially in the next coming weeks to months, because we're being forced to get out of our comfort zone. Get out and take a risk is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Loud and clear. I feel like so many of you are a little nervous as to what it's going to look like or how people are going to feel if you make certain moves and do certain things. And like, it's almost as if you are still in this position of putting other people's thoughts and feelings before yours. And what I'm hearing is go for it, post it, do it, buy it, grab it, see it, feel it, hear it. Like, whatever it is that you truly want and desire, you have to embody as a lifestyle, as a part of you, right? And knowing that whatever it is that you seek for belongs to you changes the game. Like, if everything that you thought about and wanted actually came to you, what would be the things that you shift in your thinking, right? Like, would you stop harping on why something didn't work with this specific person? Or would you understand that if you asked for better was coming, right? It's literally like something that takes place. So I want you all to be mindful of, what it is that you're asking for this go round. We have assistance, support, okay? So in a workspace, I feel like a lot of people around you are understanding just how capable you are of making the workplace a better place. Just your intention and your ability and how you work, your work ethic shows. And I think that someone here was a little, shook or, why am I hearing the word scrambled? Somebody making eggs, I don't know, but scrambled by the idea of you being this new brain, and a great one, you know what I mean? Like, having ideas, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk, the way that you get business done, the way that you, just like put things together is new for a lot of people in your setting. They weren't expecting you to be as smart as you are. They weren't expecting you to be as creative and professional as you are. And I think that for whatever reason that shocks people, but that's just been your character from a jit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just always been able to really move different. And a lot of you are hustlers. Like, let's put that out there. I have hustle by any means. I feel like a lot of you are about getting that money, getting that paper, getting that cheddar. You know what I mean? And that's super significant considering the Six of Pentacles. This is just all about controlling, right? And receiving your gifts, giving yourself gratitude in order to be valued more. So we're not waiting on other people to value us. We're not waiting on other people to give us the go. We're like TTG time, right? Like, it's truly time. I believe that was a card in my other deck that I seen at the bottom surfacing for real energy. But baby, Aquarius showing up at the bottom of the deck, okay? Recognizing your potential, being your own inspiration, gravitating towards your creativity, spirituality, healing, positivity, faith, healing, rejuvenation. You are all on this spiritual cycle of getting yourself on a better path. I feel like so many of you were introduced to, I don't know why, but I gotta quit saying I don't know why. So many of you in here were introduced to the streets early, right? And I feel like a lot of you, and that can mean plenty of different things, right? That can mean you being in the streets, really getting active, being a hustler, getting to the money, getting to a bag, and doing things that were strictly involving other people, right? Like it was a community of people who were thinking the same in this matter. And by other means, I mean that a lot of you were kind of spoiled, right? I think a lot of you have this idea of what perfection is to you. Though we know we're not perfect, you have this idea of what perfect looks like for you, and that's not a problem. I feel like so many people have moved you into thinking that your way of thinking is completely wrong or it's too much. No, it's not too much. You're not asking for too much. Clarification, okay? Right now, you are being forced to understand how in control you can be over everything in your life, how balanced things can be in your life, and how you don't have to overthink. I can guarantee every single one of you in this video right now, at this time, at this exact moment, 6:28, okay, you are definitely overthinking a lot of things that come naturally to you. You're a natural overthinker. You have to have things specifically done a specific way. We're a fixed sign, I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, controlling your emotions is going to control the balance of your direction, regardless, okay? There are going to be things that people say, people do, and it's going to be things that try to break you. I just watched this movie, and if you've seen it, you know, let's not spoil it for those that really need to go watch it. But it literally had me crying. It had me tearing up. It's called Deliverance, and it has Monique in it and some amazing other actors that I've actually seen for the first time. But I feel like they deserve a freaking Grammy, because to me, I feel like when those types of movies come out, there's a deeper message, of course. I think so many, and you'll get it. If you watch this video, please go look at Deliverance on Netflix so that way you can understand where I'm coming from when I say this. So many of you have taken on habits that honestly have nothing to do with you. So many of you are consuming energy that has nothing to do with you, but because you love somebody so dearly, and because you are, you know, a great friend, you're the best auntie, the best sister, the best daughter, the best son, the best husband, like you're just the best at whatever it is, the best partner, right? A great person. I feel like a lot of you have been taken advantage of, but I feel like so many of you battle yourself and have taken on these terrible toxic habits because you are taking all of the negative from everybody else while you give everything that you have as far as positivity. So at this time, it's like a lot of the people that you have around you at some point in time have been a reflection of you. Baby, let's start there. I have the devil showing up. 15, Capricorn on the deck, all right? We have say no. Look, like loud and freaking clear, say no. Sometimes no means not sometimes. No means no all the time. But sometimes you have to say no. If you truly can't, then you just can't. If you don't feel like it, don't. You know what I'm saying? If you're overwhelmed, pause. Things don't have to move so quickly because other people want to move you so quickly. See, it's easier to move a person and manipulate a person that loves you, right? Because if I love you, the goal is to be sure that you're happy. The goal is to be sure that we can make this work, that we're going to work out. And I genuinely feel like a lot of you have lost yourselves in certain connections. You've allowed situations and people to dictate how you move, when in reality, baby, you should be moving how you feel like moving. Life has been a little stressful. Not gonna lie. Life has been so stressful to the point where I've had time to really like get away and be like, you know what, there's a bigger picture to this. I'm emotionally distraught over what? Over the fact that certain things didn't work out? I'm given another opportunity day after day after day, even throughout the day, to really make things happen. As long as I'm putting in the time, effort, I have nothing but amazing spiritual guides on my side to make sure they're pushing the button on every move I make. And you guys have the same thing. I know that we get caught up in what we're introduced to. And by introduced, I mean social media and what's in the news and how the world is moving. And yes, it's crazy. It's crazy everywhere. But self-control, balance, and introspection is important. So we do have a lot of you who are getting out of the space of addiction, depression, maybe knowing someone who is addicted and, you know what I'm saying, copes by drinking or taking drugs or, you know, abuse. There's a lot of sexual abuse here for somebody. And I don't like that. I don't. I feel like some of you who have come in here very swiftly, it was like a swarm of people who came in here, and like you're running from this idea of saying something. Speak the fuck up. Let's talk about that. And not just sexual abuse, physical, emotional, verbal. Speak the fuck up. If you don't like the way something is going or someone is disrespecting you, speak up. When have you ever been a person who really never expressed how you feel and meant and stood on business? Aqua? And I say it with that type of energy because I need you to understand that no one controls how you move from this point out. I think a lot of people have manipulated your level of love. And that can no longer happen due to the fact that you now place yourself at a higher tier, right? We don't put people above us in order to succeed and we still lack. No. Why the fuck am I going to stay in a relationship with a person who drains me of my motivation, my energy, my love, my effort, my kindness, my happiness? Why? I think that we love so deeply and we see past a lot of people's BS, right? I'm gonna chill off on the cursing, but that's just how it came to me. I think we often look past a lot of people's flaws, and everybody has them. A lot of us do, right? Nobody's perfect. But my point to that is, you will beat yourself up constantly, drag yourself through the mud when you allow a person to know that they have control over how you feel on a daily basis, let alone how you get to what makes you happy. There's going to be all kinds of blockages. The devil will force itself to look like the most amazing thing, provide you with the most amazing person until it's not amazing anymore. So when we talk about you gaining your spirituality, okay, you're getting rid of a person who had a bondage on you, right? There was codependency. This person wanting you to feel hopelessness as if you wouldn't be able to succeed without them, right? Like as if they were the best thing that ever happened to you. And it was like, no, like absolutely not. G, like I happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Violence, assault, we won't deal with that. We break the chains of like any abuse. I feel like there's a person who reaps what it is that they have sown. I don't know why that came out like that. But whoever it is that has turned knobs that they don't control in your life will soon have to be like, I'm here and punished. And that's not your doing. That's not in your control. You can't save everybody, but you also are in no position to worry about what it is that a person has to deal with after hurting you. See, the thing that you guys aren't recognizing is that you guys are actually really covered and protected. Like when I talk to y'all, even though I know that, I know you guys are listening, but when I talk to y'all, the energy that I feel collectively as a whole is that so many of you you're so protected, you're worrying about things that you should not be worrying about. So you're tugging on energy that is looking to be released for you. You're causing friction and chaos in your own life. You're worried about the wrong things, babe. You're worried about the wrong things. Okay, someone winning a case. Okay, there's someone winning a case. This has been popping up for a while for some of you, but I feel like a lot of you, and it may not be like a court case, right? It's just a situation. Again, there are people who are recognizing that you are right, that your energy is genuine, and I feel like those that judge you soon praise you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are so many people who see you for who you really are, but what you are capable of doing as well, and they love that energy from you. You have the magician, creativity, action, power, employment. Okay, so if you're unemployed right now, I definitely feel like you're getting a call back from a job. I feel like, again, changing career, a lot of you are gaining that opportunity to move into a position that better provides the financial needs that you are inquiring. But I do feel like a lot of you are taking your willpower back. Okay, getting creative is important. Every single one of you is creative in some way. It's not one of you in here who don't know what to do creatively. Lack of motivation is a thing because of who you have around you. The people that you have around you are unmotivating. They are vampire sucking energy seekers. If that's the thing. Sucking the life out of you. You have to be able to understand that this is just a journey that you have to take for yourself. I have the sun showing up, and I do have the world. Success, achievement, travel, completion. Only thing in your way right now is the fact that you're worried about something that you shouldn't be worried about. That person doesn't understand you. Okay, moving on. Straight up. Especially today. This week is going to be, and we're already in the middle of it. This week is going to be all about changing your perspective and controlling your response to certain things. There are always going to be, like I said, testing your life where people say shit and you looking at you like, did you really just say that to me? Like, is that, but that's how you need to take it too. Instead of, oh, like, what's good, what's up? It needs to be like, okay, cool. Sometimes a cool is just cool. We're overthinking a lot of situations and we're trying to control things that we should not have no business involved in anyway. Some of you are dealing with a person you should have never been involved with anyway. But this person's insecurities fed on your strength. What? Honey, not you giving away strength for free. You know what I'm saying? You need that strength. You need that ability to, you know what I'm saying, put yourself first and level yourself up. You can't be leveling people up out here when you ain't got no strength. How? How are we uplifting people weak? Back to the movie, because I forget. This movie, to me, has everything to do with what the message is today. A lot of you are battling yourself. A lot of you are, again, looking people in the eye, coming face to face with portions of yourself that you definitely don't agree with. Constant arguing, constant depression, constant sadness, constant over-evaluating, overthinking, over-speculating, overdoing. The situations that you're in right now is a part of you that you don't like, so we get rid of it. Sometimes you have to literally look yourself in the eye and say, you know what? Maybe it is me. Not maybe, it is me. 11 times out of 10, I know that it do be me. I'm a very specific person who has very specific things that I want to encounter, how I want things to go for me, because I know me. And we shouldn't feel bad for knowing us, right? You shouldn't feel bad for just knowing who you are, what you want, and what makes you feel good. Don't feel bad for that. But when you encounter, you know, people who don't match those qualities, you do have to think about where you are. What made you attract this type of person at this type of time is very important. Where do you stand mentally? So we're seeking happiness. We're seeking to go after our actual goals and pursue something. We're seeking to be better than we were yesterday. And I think every day that you are given an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, cross certain paths and like have this ability to think, you should be using that brain. You're way too smart for your own good. Way too knowledgeable. Queen of Pentacles, abundance. You guys are receiving, oh my God, my nose is itching so bad. What did they say your nose itching means? Someone talking about you. That's crazy. They're always talking shit. Oops. Always talking shit. It's always going to be somebody who's like, yeah, I know Aqua, blah, 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 and make shit up. It's always going to be a homie that you have who really don't agree with you, but pretend they agree with you. And my thing is, pay attention to the snakes in tall grass. You're leading people by example. And you're not understanding how those around you are truly around you because they see how you getting ready to get out of whatever position that it is you're in. People can feel success. And I will continue to throw that in y'all's ear. People can feel success. Just like you can feel something good happening, people can feel it too. Those that have manipulated you, those that have left you to figure out situations, those that have created sadness in a place of deception for you, right? Like, because I feel like a lot of you are going through this phase of how could they? You were deceived. You may have been lied to. You may have been manipulated. You may have been pushed to different limits. But I feel like you are not weak at all by any means necessary, boo. You are like literally like it. So because a person doesn't stick around and because a person doesn't stay and because a person doesn't say the right things, they're just not the one for you. And that's okay. That's okay. You have better things coming. Better things coming. Let's go ahead. These cards want to fly out because they don't want me to tell the truth. So choices coming through. We have balance. Again, I don't make this shit up. Cancer energy, Capricorn energy, Sagittarius energy. We also have Virgo and Libra. Okay, something coming through, and I have Gemini showing up. Gemini been creeping around lately. And that could be for any sign, really. If I didn't name your sign, doesn't mean that it doesn't have anything to do with who you may be involved with. But what I will say is those that you kick to the curb are trying to crawl themselves back into your life. Hurt and all. I can't do this without you. I cannot do this without you. I need to understand how we can get back into this better space. I need to understand exactly what it is that I need to do. Like, how did we get here? We got here because you couldn't respect me. A lot of you need to ground yourself. What's that shit? Stand on business. Right? That's been the thing of 2024. 2023, 2024, standing on business. I'm going into the year standing on business. And I'm creating new business. As I'm standing on the business I'm standing on. You got a lot of shit to do, Aqua. There's no time to let up. I have to come in here and really talk to you guys like this because I feel like this is the only way that I know how to read. And I've had people, you know, acknowledge that and understand that, but I want to tell you guys why I do that. I want to tell you that I do it because I feel like a lot of things in people's life be scripted, right? And I feel like this is in relation to a lot of people that you have around you. A lot of shit is for fake. Nobody has time for that shit. Some of us are given the opportunity to really take action and provide, you know, clarity, you know what I mean? But how you receive it is important. How you receive it is based on how that person presented it a lot of the time. So I feel like if I come on here and I tell you, hey guys, that's just not me. It's not. There have been some of you who are like, oh my God, you're so bold. Yes, because I'm also an Aquarius. I'm bold as shit. I want you guys to understand how bold you should be. How bold you haven't been. You have things to do. And I want you guys to receive these messages as if we were chilling, kicking it at the cookout. A little bit of music playing. You know what I'm saying? Grab a drink if you want to, but we will do what we have to do. Doesn't matter what circumstance, situation you are in, you are going to accomplish and complete whatever mission you are on. So when life feels overwhelming, you have to be able to be strong enough in order to realize that shit cannot control you. There is nothing too heavy for you at all. Fellas. I love saying it like that. Fellas. Men, when I tell you that there are so many great men out there, so many of you are amazing men. I think that a lot of times you run into women that you also have to mold and you know, that's fine because you should be, you know, you should be teaching a woman what it is that you need. This is very specific for somebody, I don't know who, but comment down below if it is. It not gender specific, just this masculine energy of someone who takes control. So that way your woman, your lady can relax. There's a same-sex relationship here, or interest. Sexuality, man, when I tell you that this person is confident, this person is aware of who they are. Again, does not have to be gender specific. If this relates to you in masculinity though, and you also have this ability to just have this confidence, I need you to be bolder. I'm just touching on a few people's situations here. Everything feels a little sporadic because everybody is finding themselves right now. I laugh because I can literally feel people like, yeah, I'm the shit. Fuck. I've been that. So I'm taking on you guys individually. But as a collective, you get what you want. Keep that in mind. You don't have to stress this no more. We have foresight, traveling. Woof! So many of you are getting ready to travel. And what this makes me feel like is that you guys are getting ready to run into people on a business level where traveling is your job. Okay? Moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, success, happy with choices, outcome, paying off, experiencing life. Man, I honestly, genuinely love you guys to the moon and back. I know that you're like, bitch, you don't even know half of this. I do though. I do. Because I think the one thing, why did I say it like that? The one thing that we all share is a star. And I think that we all reflect exactly what it is that we share, which is why we're the star of the deck. We all have this ability to just know when a person around us is special. And to me, all of you guys are special as shit. You have missed out on yourself at times, but you're not missing out on dreams and goals and experiences. You still have this ability to do whatever it is that you want to do. You're not too old. You're not too young. It's not over. It's time. Miracles show up. Okay? Wave your wand. Your wand, imagine this little wand in your mind. Every time you point at something, it turns to gold. You have that magical touch. You are the miracle. Anything that you want wants you back. So we ask for things differently and specifically. You want wealth? You are wealthy. You want love? You are love. So why is it that in these moments of reflecting things in the forefront, why is it hard for us to recognize that we should be reflecting the positive things that we have within us already, who we are, right? If you are love, you should be able to gravitate love. If you are wealth, there's no reason why you shouldn't gravitate wealth. Making it a lifestyle is a choice. So we get into miracles, worth, okay? Breaking free from bullshit is important for a lot of you. Okay, you just don't even understand. Okay, things start to align once you start to separate yourself from a certain situation or people, and sometimes there is just this thin line between love and fucking hate. It is. I don't necessarily hate anybody, but I do despise sometimes those that are selfish. I do. And I tell you guys all the time, be selfish, be selfish, be selfish. Yes, because it's not the same selfish. When you're a giver, selfish isn't even in the vocabulary. But this is what I mean by change. This is what I mean by do something different. You're constantly giving. I'm giving love. I'm giving my heart. I'm giving my soul. I'm giving my energy. I'm giving my time. I'm giving my thoughts. I'm giving my creativity. I'm giving money, my home. I'm sharing shit all the time. So the change for you is to take some of that back. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. Quit being so willing. Some of you got to just stop. It's go time. And in order for you to go, you got to be here completely. Some of you, again, have lost yourselves and you're in this moment of losing yourself, but you gain control back. I genuinely love all of you. I don't understand how I am so blessed to have a family like you guys, but I love our family and I love the fact that we are like, what can tell us nothing? And I stand 10 toes in front of you guys to make sure that the clarity is always there. My word is actually bond. I know that a lot of you are going to have that wake-up call, if not today, this week, where you're like, you know what? Yeah, like, what the fuck was I even tripping on? You ever have a person in your life that you get rid of and you go back and you're like, what the fuck was I even doing during that time? Why? We are so different. No, it was a reflection of you at that time that you've outgrown. And sometimes you will outgrow people and things, and that's perfect. That's perfection in my eyes. Being able to grow, being able to be a rose in the middle of concrete is crazy. But the thing that people forget is you still have to water that rose, right? So I want you all to feed yourself good energy, feed yourself, you know, positivity. You guys are amazing. You guys are strong. You guys are power. You are wealth. You are abundance. You are happy. You are spiritually connected to do whatever it is that you want to do and gain whatever it is that you want. There's nothing stopping you. And I won't even say you're stopping you, because I think that doors open because you recognize your potential this go around. And the only place to go is up. That's the only direction we can go. Really. Every time you've fallen, you've gotten back up. Every time. We have to quit focusing on what's not broken. We cannot fix things that are already done. So I want you all to take this message and understand that it's important to be present for yourself. Once you show up for you, you recognize this version of healing. And so many of you it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of success. And it's going to feel a little rocky. It's going to feel a little awkward. It's going to feel new. But that's what we want. I love you all. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this video. If you would like a personal reading, hit me up on my Instagram at @TheKeyAmore. I also have my tarot channel now, Rich Girl Tarot, so you can also check out things that I will be, you know, updating with over there. Follow my vlog channel at Kia Cartel, so that way you can get more acquainted with me and my Aquarius life. And I love you all. Like, I know that we are going to go through a lot of ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, over the next course of a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? But we get a lot of clarity that we didn't receive before. So we are back with another video. I'm going to take my time and try to get as many as I can up on a daily basis. But I appreciate you all for sticking with me. And I appreciate you all for just being genuinely, like, my people. Y'all like my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say, like, nah, like, I got my people. You know what I mean? And I love that for us. So I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. And we out. Bye.